I just realized that I never introduced myself. I am Jon Platakis. I am the founder of the National Lithuanian American Hall of Fame. And we in our organization work very closely with Blue Yellow USA to help in any way that we possibly can, your great country. Now, we are willing to take questions from the audience. If anybody has any questions, we would be proud to answer.
Yeah, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the favorable areas for the Russian leader Putin was Kaliningrad, which is west of Lithuania and is a part of Russia, has a port, and Lukashenko in Bielorussia, White Russia. Now those two situations between Lithuania and the Ukraine and Poland is the main focus of a problem sphere of NATO, protecting the NATO countries against Russian Federation. You have anything to say about that? Any of you?
Obviously, Ukraine now is a shield for all NATO countries. And as for me, it's very strange that Ukraine has to ask for ammunition, for those tanks, for planes, because actually Ukraine is protecting all the NATO countries on the battlefield right now. And I think they should supply us with everything. They should have supplied us with everything the year ago, but not that we needed it a year ago. Also, there was a Budapest memorandum, and such countries as United States, Great Britain gave their word to protect Ukrainian sovereignty, but it's another topic. Now in Ukraine, the ideas of Intermarium, if you're familiar with that, it's Baltic Black Sea Union, is getting more and more popular, because like both in Ukraine, in the Baltic countries, in Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, people get more and more conscious about the fact that Russia want to gain their control over this territory. There are still some ambitions in the Russian Federation that goes back to that Soviet Union ambitions, to the Russian Empire ambitions, that says that this territory lies in their sphere of interest. And as you know, we had a Yalta-Potsdam agreement after the Second World War, and Europe honored that agreement. That agreement said that it's also the Russian sphere of interest. But now the situation is changing very slowly, but the situation is changing. And I know that now in Ukraine there are volunteers from Lithuania fighting for Ukraine. There are Lithuanian volunteers fighting for Ukraine since 2014. There are a lot of volunteers from Belarus. There are even some volunteers from Estonia and Latvia. So those people realize that it's our main struggle to fight the Russian Federation, because there would be peace in this region only after Russia will surrender, obviously.
And I think too, now that our Nordic neighbors have entered NATO, it will be quicker for NATO to present troops if there was an invasion into the Baltic countries, where before from Kaliningrad, Russia would be able to attack the Baltic nations, within hours, and it would take NATO literally 2 or 3 days to present troops. So, thank goodness the Nordics are coming into NATO.